Hey guys, this video is going to be about how to get items for free. Okay, and this is stuff that actually works that I have tried in the past years previously. And the number one that I recommend you doing is go like on Offerup or Craigslist or any of the selling apps or platforms that you know of and that actually post that they have garage sales. Reach out to these people that are having the garage sales, okay, and let them know, ask them what they're gonna do with their leftovers, and if they're gonna donate them, if they can please contact you, leave your name and phone number. And when you're looking at their ad, just make sure that it's in the area that you can actually go to, and ask them what time they're gonna close down the garage sale. Okay, you can also do the estate sales, because sometimes they put estate sales and it's the actual homeowner that's doing it, not an actual company. So when you do send them a message, just ask them, if they're the actual homeowner. And most likely they don't want to go take it to Goodwill or wherever they'll take it. I think Salvation Army. They don't want to do that. That's extra work. Trust me, they'll be happy to give you the stuff. And you don't even have to talk to them. You can actually, you can go in person if you're, in that area, or that's your area you went. Definitely in person, and they see you, and they're making, they see you, so you already talked to them, so they like you, and they'll call you, without a problem. Just make sure you leave your name and number, and don't forget to ask them what time they're going to shut down the garage sale or the estate sale. Now, whenever you see that businesses are closing, or they advertise, clearance, business closing, contact them as well. And they do call you. So there's money to be made, and you don't even have to spend money, but your gas money and your time. Now, you can also find out in your area when is the trash day. Like me, for example, I'm in a subdivision, and there's actually several subdivisions with, down my main street, and I'm sure they all get their trash picked up on different days. Find out, some areas it's like once a week, some are twice in a week that their trash gets picked up. And you can actually go, the night before or early in the morning, and they normally leave the stuff that is good outside of the trash can, because they know that people come around and pick it up, to resell or whatever, That's another way to get free items, or stuff you can take to the scrap metal and stuff like that. But even stuff that is scrap metal, like refrigerators. My refrigerator went bad, so I had to throw it out. And I actually wanted to sell everything that was on the inside, but I don't want to say that story. Anyways, let me just tell you, I told my husband, can you please take off them door handles from the refrigerator? I sold them for $40, but everything sells. I don't even think if I would have, took it to the scrap metal, they probably weren't going to give me even $40 for my refrigerator. I'm not sure. I don't know. I didn't take it. I just put it in the front because I didn't want to deal with it. It was heavy, and my husband didn't want to deal with it either. So We just didn't deal with it, but I could have took it to the scrap metal, and made money off that. I just didn't want to deal with that. I just wanted it out. So you can sell stuff for parts. Don't think that it's just because it's broken. I have sold, I mean, it's unbelievable. I sold stuff that's broken, so you just say it's broken. Even like paintball guns, they're paintball guns, but I didn't know how to, the person I bought it from, I actually bought it, I think, like for $5, or maybe less, I don't remember, or in a bundle, I don't remember, but I winded up selling that actually on eBay for like $20 or $25, but I put it on there that it was only for decor because I didn't think it worked. I was more sure that it didn't work because the person, I had sold it, and the person that, I wasn't even here, my neighbor sold it for me. I told her, don't go out there, just put it out in the front door, right? Because she was staying here. She wasn't staying here. My daughter was here, and I didn't want to leave my daughter unattended. She was still little. Now she's old. She's 17, but she was little. And she came over, and I'm like, can you just please put it in the, I was already gone, but I told her where it was at and to put it in the front door, not to go out there. Hard-headed lady, but she still went out there. She didn't want to, I guess, feel responsible if they just took off. I didn't care if they took off with the money. I just wanted that thing out, so, but it's sold, and then they contacted me that they had took it to the shop, that it didn't work, and I was like, man, you hadn't even been 15 minutes, but I don't know. So I don't know anything about paint gun, machine or gun, whatever you call it. So I was like, no, don't worry about it. Just, I'll leave the money there. So I had the lady, well, she still came out. My neighbor came out and gave him the money. But then I turned around and posted it on eBay, and it's sold on eBay. So yes, you can sell stuff that's broken, or parts, stuff like from the lawnmowers, edgers, sofas, that you see everywhere. I mean, even in the bad neighborhoods, you see, especially in the bad neighborhoods, you see the sofas with the legs up. Just remove them. They just unscrew. Just remove them, clean them, wipe them down. I would recommend clean them, but and post them. And they sell between $10, $12, $15. So, I mean, it just depends in if they're vintage or antique or have a different design. Well, they'll sell for more, but yeah, that's free money. You see them like everywhere, blenders, they break, you can still sell the blender cup, or if the cup broke, you can sell just the base, because I had to sell mine because I broke the base, but people throw them, and that's money. Even keyboards that do not work, they use them for the keys. I mean, it's just so much stuff. Even the clothing, the labels, you could take off the labels from name brand clothes, the buttons. You can repair even the zipper and make money still, especially from high quality name brand items. I mean, you can sell everything, watches, even, chargers for phone, for the computers, flashlight chargers, your picture frames, pictures, your own drawings, doorknobs, sinks. You find sinks even free on the curb. You find porcelain sinks. I mean, I know because I sold them, and they were free, easy $100. Tables, chairs, even though they're old and ugly, just, I mean, my husband, it was cold. It was one winter a few years back, and we had bought, I had got them at a garage sale like for $10, like 6 chairs, I think. Yeah, it was 6 chairs, yeah. And I'm like, oh, we're gonna decorate for Halloween. We're gonna make it Alice in the Wonderland theme, I'm like, oh, we're gonna, because I have 2 artists in the house. So I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna do it like, Alice in the Wonderland, right? So, we didn't get time to do that. We're just so busy that we still did the theme, but we didn't do the table with the chairs. And so my husband and his friend, they were out in the backyard, and they were drinking, and it was cold, so they decided they were gonna get my chairs and burn them. They were already on the second one. When I went out there, I'm like, because I seen the fire high, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're a little too happy. Right? Well, anyways, and I'm like, oh my God, y'all burning my chairs, I was mad. I'm laughing now, but I was pissed. Anyways, I'm like, man, this man, he's crazy, burning money. So the next morning, I got up and I took the pictures of the chairs. They were vintage, they were cool, chairs. And they still needed to get fixed because we left them outside. We didn't even put them inside. We left them outside because we were going to work on them outside. But since we never got to them, and then the weather would rain and it was cold, and anyways, they sold for like, I think it was $80. I sold them for, $80. Yes, it was $80. I sold them for $80. And then our friend, he's a neighbor too, and I'm like, I already sold them chairs. So he's like, you did? He's like, how much? I'm like, $80, right? He's like, oh my God, you sold them for $80. So I'm like, yeah, I lost $40 burn, But yeah, guys, everything sells. I mean, it's just put it out there, put it in bundles. I mean, I've sold shadow boxes. I try to keep up with what I sell. I even recycle, I went to the recycle bin, and there was this, I didn't know, I thought it was for gymnastics, but it was like a Pilates tower or something like that, and I sold that for like 100 or 150. I don't remember. I don't, because I don't have nothing in front of me. I'm just making the video, but all that is like free money. Like, it's what I buy to sell that I don't really get money. It's what's free out there that I get money. So that's why I really don't focus on buying, unless I just want to go out that I want to get out, and I'll be like, let's go to the thrift store or something like that, or to a bookstore, or to a garage sale. But it's been a long time since I've done that. Then I'll spend, a few dollars getting the stuff, but it's not the same, I mean, yeah, like I sold this not that long ago. It's like a bangle, well, it's like a bracelet wrist thing. It was yellow mustard, and I think I bought it for like 25 cents. And I sold that for $25 on eBay. So, I mean, yeah, that's good, but still, I still make more money with what I find. It's just like, I'm not even looking for it. It's just, I just go out for a ride, and that's all you really gotta do is just go out for a ride, and you're gonna see it, it's gonna just come to you because it's out of place. It's trash, somebody else's trash, it's not like you're digging in the trash can. It's just there, visible, like an eyesore. So don't think of it, because a lot of people are like, this and that. And this was one of our neighbors. He was moving out, and I'm like, well, there's some suitcases there, man. Suitcases sell. Because one time I was going to get a box from, what was that, Family Dollar? I think it was Family Dollar. And they have recycling for all just cardboard, and then they have another dumpster for just trash. But it had gotten wet, so I had to go around and see what other dumpster had just the cardboard box with the lid closed, because their lid was open. So I looked and I seen Starbucks, and someone threw in there the suitcase. So there was more than one suitcase. And then I had told my husband, get it, pull it out. So I looked, and it had a bunch of clothes. I'm like, I'll just throw out the clothes. But I'm like, nah, just hurry up and put it in a truck. And well, anyways, I ended up selling all those suitcases for like $20. So when we were here, and my neighbors that was moving, we were passing by, so we stopped because we seen that it was a suitcase. So I was like, let me get this suitcase. I'm gonna sell it for $20. I think there was 2 suitcases there. So I just I'm like, let me see what's in there real quick. I don't want it to be some nasty trash in there, so I had to look, because I'm not gonna take it home, if there's stuff that shouldn't be in there. So there was nothing but fishing stuff. And my husband didn't, well, no, actually, that one, my husband didn't want to get off, right? And I'm like, oh my God, there's fishing stuff, that stuff is expensive. I don't even know what you call it. Like the weights, the little anchor thingies, and it was so much stuff. It was in good shape too, and it had like its own luggage, their own storage. And I'm like, so my husband got off like, oh, boy toy stuff, right? And so the neighbor across the street saw, right, that it was fishing stuff, and he has his own fishing boat in his garage and stuff. And he was like, oh, you have lots of it. I'm like, nah, you've been there all this time and you don't walk over and see, but you see me. Now you're going to want my stuff? I'm like, I don't think so. I'm not sharing. And no, but it was too funny, because I was like, my husband, like, give it away, right? I'm like, he better not, because I'm going to jump on him like a lion. Because it's mine, I'm the one that got off, right? You didn't even want to get off. It was too funny, though. But I just remember all these crazy stuff. But yeah, you just have to not be embarrassed. There's nothing embarrassing. It's embarrassing that they don't take it or give it away to anybody, or, all this stuff is going to the landfill, and it would have been good if they would have donated it. Like me, I don't keep everything to sell everything. No, I donate. I'll go drop it off. Sometimes I do put, in my, like an ad, hey, come pick it up, it's free, stuff. And they do come. But like when it's raining, or I just don't, I'm not in a good mood, or to give it away. I'll just, because I don't want to deal with it. I'm having one of those days. I'll just go drop it off, like right there by Family Dollar and Starbucks. They have this bin that I guess that company's gonna make money. So I kind of like, it just depends. But if I have the time and I'll advertise it, they come and get it, But mostly I do it that way. It's very rare that, unless it's just one or two things that I want to just get out because I already went through it and it's not worth my time selling, or I just don't want to sell it. I just don't feel like posting, which is very often. But know that I'm going through something and I just separate it because I'm not going to sell that. I'll just either drop it off at one of those bins or I'll post it. Whichever one I feel like doing that day. That's just what it is, because I have to get the stuff out, But yeah, I sell everything, guys. It's because everybody thinks it's trash. Like, we had a old Christmas, they were like clear, like it had bears, it had the years ornaments that you put on the Christmas tree, and they had been in the box of the Christmas tree that we never would put them on no more. And I'm like, my husband like, man, just throw that trash. I'm like, all right, but I just got them and put them on the table where I normally use to sit down and then I post, right? And I was posting, and then I'm like, okay, well, what else? Right? I'm like, and I seen that, I'm like, man, I'm gonna post this shit. I just said like that. So I posted, and they sold, I think, like $12, and they were all scratched up, and and stuff like that. And stuff that's even stained, like clothing, or it doesn't matter. I've had several buyers from, I don't know if they're like the Hollywood where they make the movies, but it'll say studios and stuff like that. So I guess it's to make movies. So it doesn't have to be in perfect condition. You just put it on there, not in perfect condition. You can even put for props, or, whatever you think is good for, add it on there, But yeah, you can, oh my God, you can sell anything. I sold Coke, the 2-liter Coke bottles, the empty ones. I've sold those. I've sold the caps. I sold the bottled water caps. You can sell plants. You can sell seeds, from whatever it is you eat. Mangoes, jalapeno peppers. It's like, just look around you, and the ceiling fans. One time we even found a ceiling fan. It was a very expensive ceiling fan. I think I sold the blades for like $25. And this ceiling fan, we're just used to the regular ceiling fans, And I was telling my husband, because I was doing the research, he's like, I don't think it works, And he tried something, and he had to do something, and he didn't do it, so it would work. I don't remember exactly. And then I'm like, oh my God, he didn't do that, and it probably worked because the people left it outside of the trash can. It was just there. So I was like, no, I bet you anything they just replaced it with something else they wanted. And I go, because that's a very expensive ceiling fan. So, but anyways, we're like, oh, it don't work. So I threw it in the trash. But then we're like, oh, that could have been it, and it worked, But anyways, we sold the ceiling fan blades. So you can always not everything is trash. You know, people are always looking for parts, you know, even remote controls. You'd be surprised. I mean, just, you can sell cups. I even sold Cokes. Like, what was it? The championship series, I think, for the Astros. Something, and it was a Coke, 2 Coca-Colas, I think 20 ounce. I think I sold them for like $20, and I paid like $1 each. So yeah, it was actually, I remember it was a man in a rig. He actually didn't come into the subdivision, but my house is on the main road. So I'm like, well, I'm in the back. And then I'm like, he's like, yeah, I'm stopped right here. And I'm like, is that you in the rig? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, well, I see you. Just walk right here to my backyard. And that's what we did, the transaction. So, you know, just post it. That's the key right there, posting it, you know. And, or if you don't have time, like, I'll repost whatever I already have. Like, just, that's what I do. I'll repost. I hardly post, you know. I should be posting though. I just think if I had a better or a warehouse or more space, and I don't know, it's just, I feel like the rooms are too small or something. I don't know. I'm used to the big rooms. I'm come from Northside, and you know, in our homes there are, the rooms are bigger, you know. So I don't know. I don't know. I feel like too enclosed and stuff. I guess that's why I'm in my daughter's room right now, because it feels that there's not too much in here, you know. But yeah, guys, it's just post, and see who wants to do the, you know, the pictures. And then it's a team effort. It goes so smooth when it's a team instead of just one person, you know. But when you gotta do it all, it's like, I love the shipping part though. Like, get it out of here. I do. I love it. I so love it. And we got a parcel lockbox, so I don't even have to go over there. I don't even have to go to the post office no more. I didn't trust my mail lady, because like twice, I think it was, I would put that I had an item and she wouldn't come get it. She would put that she did pick it up, but she wouldn't. So since I got this parcel box lockbox, I had to put the code on the notes, so she has to come now, because now she has to put it, you know, in a code and get it out. So it's working good for me now. So she's been coming and picking up the items that I sell, so I don't have to go into the post office and get in line and run the risk of getting the virus, you know. So that was my big thing, that I would have to get in line, and the post office people would have to scan it, because if not, Offerup was canceling the order because the mail person was not scanning the item. And that was a problem, because within 3 days, if it's not scanned, they'll cancel the order, or they'll give you an extension depending on the item. They'll give you a 2-day extension, and if they don't scan it, well, it'll cancel the order. So I was losing, like, I lost like over $100 with that, right? So I was upset, and I still was contacting Offerup, and they were giving me hard time, like, oh, it's under investigation. And what is there to investigate when the customer already got it and I'm showing proof? and they're not even trying to pay me, right? So I was upset, and I'm like, well, that's not good, because then that means that everybody that was getting the items, that were selling items that were being shipped, were not getting paid because the order was canceling, because the customer was not getting the item till like 12 days later. So everything was getting canceled. So I was upset about that. But I checked to see, and I got my money back for one of them. So I was like, okay. I think it was two transactions that totaled up to 100 and something. 2 or 3. Let's just say 2, because I don't remember. And the other one was the plants that I have in one of my properties, and the pine tree. They're seedlings, and but the customer never said anything, so I don't know. Because they were seedlings, most likely they did die. But I had told that guy, I'm like, all you gotta do is file a claim with the United States Postal Service, and that he would get his money, because it was more than, I don't remember how much it was. I think they pay up to $75 or something like that. I don't remember. So they would get their money back if he did that. So I don't know. I didn't even look into that one anymore, because I was like, well, most likely it died, I mean, but I would have got my money, still for sending it. He would have got his money for still getting it, but they're dead because of the post office, But, yeah, guys, you can sell pretty much anything. Even what else did I say? The trash day. Find out when the trash days. I think I did say that. Nursery. Even at the nurseries, you can. I'm sorry, not at the nurseries, but I had seen this video. I haven't tried that. If you're trying to make a nursery for your plants and stuff, or to plant your own seeds, to grow your own plants or trees, that you can actually contact the Home Depot, and all their pots, they give them away, my understanding. Just find out when, so you can go pick them up, to get an agreement with the manager there, or whoever's there, because they trash them. So you might want to do that if you're trying to grow plants, because it's easy to grow plants. You just put it in there